A unique opportunity, so a unique way to start off a walkthrough video. Why not start it from the engine room of this brand new trade that we have, a 2024, mind you, only 207 hours. I just looked at the meter. Volvo D11 IPS 950s on this boat. We ran it the other day, 30 knots was no trouble whatsoever. Mid 30s for a top end. You'll be even more surprised when I tell you what it is. Seakeeper 18 there. That is massive. That's forward towards the bulkhead that is forward in your engine room, and then aft is your Cummins Onan generator back there. Again, IPS 950s D11s. 725 horsepower, I believe. Somebody's going to tell me I'm wrong. It's either 725 or 750. Like a true gentleman. We just touch a button and our engine hatch goes away. Also, speaking of luxury, look at how fine this teak table is here. High gloss teak table. We have a push button electric bimini here. I don't know how far that comes out, but I would say it comes pretty close to your backrest there. And then before we go inside, and yes, I know everybody wants to go inside, we do have an aft docking station here. Again, Volvo D11s, so we have the joystick and then also a bow thruster there. A little low for my liking, but I'm a little bit taller than the average. Grab rails everywhere too, and just the stainless, the metal work on this boat is remarkable. Kudos to the guys in Maine at Sabre. Oh, I guess I let it slip. There it is, everybody. It is a Sabre. We are on a 58 Sabre, again, 2024. This is a fresh trade. The guy is lucky enough to upgrade into a Princess. And now we have an opportunity for you. Listed currently, as we make this video, under 3.5. So feel free to DM us, click like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, and let us know your thoughts on this beautiful 58. 4 Sub-Zero drawers here. The top 2 could be used as refrigerators, bottom 2 freezers. This one looks like it's got some ice in it. Obviously it has some ice in it, as you can see. Nice aft galley here. Everybody wants this today. We just finished up with a bunch of boat shows and everybody was commenting on how important this aft galley is. I like how, I don't want to use the word compartmentalized, but it's very sectioned off, and I kind of like that. I can appreciate that. One small step up, one small step for man, no, one small step from the cockpit into the galley, and then another small step from the galley up to this main salon living quarters, if you will. Look at the finishes and just the attention to detail. Very good job, Sabre. Nice salon area here. I'm sure that table will drop down. Actually, I know it will. This is your pop-up TV here. Like most TVs, we're not going to go all the way up with that. Doesn't matter. You're on the boat. You want to enjoy the boat. Look at the windows. Speaking of enjoying the boat and being connected with nature, look at how massive these windows are. Although there's some supports in there, that's totally fine. There are windows everywhere, including this sunroof that opens all the way up. So I'm sure with that sunroof, this big side door here can really open this boat up. Now, you guys know me. I love a good helm. I'm not opposed to using technology, especially when it's there. So a joystick. I have no qualms against a joystick. I'll use a joystick if it's there. This is one heck of a helm seat to be able to use this joystick. They put where usually this Garmin grid remote would go on your armrest, they put the whole joystick here. I love it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Volvo and the IPS joystick driving, but once you are underway and you have your autopilot engaged and you have your kind of heading control, and I might be using the wrong verbiage here, so feel free to roast me in the comments. Once you click this button all the way to the right-hand side on the top row, that is going to allow you to make small adjustments to your heading while using the autopilot. So we never have to lean forward and use the steering wheel, although it is a very beautiful teak trimmed steering wheel there. And our overall visibility here, top notch. I can't necessarily see the swim platform there. However, if we are using this joystick, I have a very clear sight line aft. Again, can't really see the swim platform there. However, we do have that aft docking station. Very nice. I will note, I walked through this boat already. This is the only door I have to duck or bend my neck at all throughout the entire boat. So, pretty cool, and very large door on some very normal hinges. Let me close that behind us. You can feel how solid this is. I believe these are STID seats as well, so sparing no expense here. Why not? Come show you the seats here. I love that they're thinking of everything and actually giving you a footrest. Nothing worse than sitting in a ball stadium or a ballpark and not having somewhere to put your feet. Gets antsy after a while. At least I do anyhow. I noticed the iPad there. Would be curious if somebody in the comment section could tell me exactly what that does. It says iPort. Try turning it on. Pops up. Looks like just an iPad. To do something specific for the boat? I love it. Look at all the fine wood finishes. Now, this is an owner's suite aft, but let's check out the accommodations forward first. So starting on the starboard side of the boat, we have two very accommodating bunks, or side-by-side berths, reading lights there, and look at the stonework throughout. You guys will notice this, not only in this head, but in the other heads that we go into as well. Look at the stonework on this floor. And again, everywhere I go, no docking. Very nice that we have plenty of headroom throughout the boat. All very nice hardware, nice latches and everything on every door. Even the doors, they feel solid. That's important when you're walking through a boat. So that was our first stateroom and first head. Now we walk past our day head and into our primary guest suite. I love the slatted wood along the hull side on the inside. Obviously this is a fiberglass boat, but it's keeping that heritage of this styling of boat and bringing the wood veneer, well, the wood, excuse me, on the inside. Good job, kudos. I love the wood trim everywhere we look. Very nice. And huge, solid portholes there. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this boat rides phenomenally. It was a little sporty when we went out for the photo shoot. Boat very much performed. Again, 30 knots was no issues for this boat whatsoever. Advertises mid 20 knots for a cruise. Certainly could bump that up a little bit with a mid 30 knot top end. Again, just look at the hardware on each of these cabinets all the way throughout the boat. All right, I know, I'm rambling. Let's check out the owner suite. Look at this. No peeking in there. I want to show you that separate. Again, tons and tons of height. Plenty of room for activities. And then closets galore. Look at these hanging lockers, guys. Nuts. Like, we could play hide and seek as full-grown adults in here. Could play some other games as full-grown adults there. And for S's and G's, we'll show you the last cupboard. One more that was, I thought, very well laid out, and this comes speaks to the overall build quality of a Sabre. Look at how neat and organized this utility room is. Obviously, that is focusing on electronics. But just look, even the finished floor in there. Very well done. Here, if you guys are new at going to boat shows, one way you can really tell the quality and fit and finish of a boat, grab a hatch, any hatch. Pick it up. Most of them you can pick up. So to me, it looks like this is a pretty heavy door. You have some plywood on the bottom side of that. That's pretty standard, pretty typical, so not surprising there, but nice and heavy. It's not some cardboard piece of covering there with just a thin piece of laminate on top. Looks like it's all pretty thick wood coverings there. So put that back in place, and now you guys have a tip to look like an expert at a boat show. Now, look at this, guys. I'm no interior designer, but for those of you that are, tell me you wouldn't find this in an upscale hotel in Paris or somewhere, Milan, or somewhere very eloquent. Look at this stone. I love it. The contrast between the stone and the wood and the white GRP and then the white countertops. Very, very nicely done. Again, solid hardware. Look at that. No plastic anywhere. Very nicely done. All right, as I said, guys, this is a new trade for us. I hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough. We didn't really get to the bow because there's not much up there. There's a beautiful teak toe rail on there. So if you guys have further questions, you know how to contact me. I'm your yacht guy. Reach out to me on social medias or contact us at the SI Yachts team, 718-984-7676. Thank you guys very much for tuning in.